The Burrow Battle Reports are back with a second game of Warhammer 40k. We're going to be doing the Eternal War mission number 2 this time, No Mercy, which is each unit killed is worth 1 victory point. Other standard objectives of Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and Mindbreaker still apply.
Alright, here we go, my 1500 points of Harlequins. I have 2 detachments in here, which is going to give me a total of 7 command points when I'm all done. So I've got a Supreme Command detachment up top with 3 Troop Masters, the one in the middle with the Harlequins Caress, the one on your left with the Power Sword, and the one on your right with just a regular Harlequins Blade. And then I have my Battalion detachment down here. I have 3 5-man troops of Harlequins. 5 of them have Harlequins Kisses. 5 of them have the Embraces in the middle there. And then the 5 on the right have Caresses. Then I have the Solitaire in the middle. 2 Void Weavers with prismatic cannons in the back. And then I have 2 squads of 3 Sky Weavers with the Zephyr Blades and just the Shuriken cannons. And then for the HQs, I have 2 Troop Masters and a Shadow Seer. The Troop Master with the red mask is going to be my Warlord. His trait is going to be the +1 attack on the charge. And both Troop Masters here have Caresses.
And here's my 1500 points of Imperium. I have a Battalion detachment with a Lord Commissar with a Plasma Pistol and a Power Sword, with 2 company commanders just with las pistol and chainswords. I have a unit of 3 Hellhounds, each with an Inferno Cannon and a Heavy Bolter. For the troops, I have 6 squads of Guardsmen. Each of them has a Voxcaster. 3 of them have las cannons, the other 3 have autocannons. I also have a Vindicare Assassin. And then I have a Spearhead detachment with another company commander, a Master of Ordnance, a squadron of 2 Basilisks with hull-mounted heavy flamers, a single Basilisk with a heavy bolter, and then I have 2 Wyverns with heavy bolters. We're going to be doing the roll-off to see who chooses the deployment type now. So the Harlequins win the roll-off.
And we will be doing Spearhead Assault Deployment.
Which side do you want?
I will take this side. So let's get ready to do our measurements to set up our armies, and we'll be right back. Oh yeah! So Harlequins deployed. We finished deployment first, so we'll see if the Imperium can seize the initiative. We went in the center of the board. It's kill points. We're fast moving. We're going to try to break into their lines and see how many of us drop the first turn that we go through.
On the Imperial side, just deployed in a classic Astra Militarum gun line. Spread out the company commanders so that they'll be able to issue orders to all the God Squads. Situated the Lord Commissar in the largest concentration of Guardsmen. He's my army's warlord with the inspiring leader, so he's +1 leadership, so everyone around him will be leadership 10. The Vindicare is just situated in the ruin to hopefully pick off some Harlequin characters as they emerge from behind the ruins. And the Astra Militarum will attempt to seize the initiative. They do. So it will be Astra Militarum turn 1. End of the Astra Militarum's first movement phase. Did some slight shuffling with some of the vehicles, so las cannons could draw a line of sight to some of the Harlequin units. Moved one of the squads of Guardsmen out to try and shield the Wyverns from easy assaults. Going into the shooting phase, I'm going to start off with issuing Take Aim from the company commander near the Basilisks onto this closest unit of Guardsmen, who is going to fire down at the unit of Harlequin bullets if he is within range. He's within range. The other one, I will also, just for simplicity, will also issue take aim onto the other God Squad who will be firing into the same unit of Harlequins. So first unit, hitting on a 4+ with the last cannon. Missed. Second one, hitting on 4+, hits. Wounds on 3+.
Bikes?
Yeah.
For you, reminds me. Yeah.
So the Shadow Seer is within 6 inches of them?
It doesn't affect the
not
bikes.
Yeah.
Okay, so wounding on 2+. Wounds.
Okay. Armor save. Nope.
So D6 wounds. 6.
6. Okay, one model bites dust.
Bikes the dust.
Then over here, I will issue take aim from the company commander here onto this unit here. We'll fire their last cannon at the group of Harlequins in front of the shrine, hitting on 4+. Hit. Wounding on 3+ because of the Shadow Seer.
Yep, Shadow Seer is -1.
So wounding on 3s. Wounds.
Goes through.
Then I will start off with this Basilisk will fire its main gun into the unit of Harlequins that were just targeted by this last cannon. So, number of shots, roll 2d6, take the highest. 6. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because the Master of Ordnance is nearby. 5 hits. Wounding on 3s because of the Shadow Seer. So 3 wounds.
Two die.
And then the next Basilisk will fire into the same target for its Airshaker cannon. 6 shots again. Hitting on 4+, re-rolling 1s. Just a 1 hit. On 3s. No. Then I will fire this Wyvern will fire its Storm Shot mortar into the same unit of Harlequins. 46 shots. 13. So with the reroll, how would that affect? Because he gets to reroll, fail to wound.
I mean, you just might. It's before modifier. You reroll before modifiers, so you're wounding on 3s.
And then I discard any 3s that I get.
Is it what does the reroll? Does it say reroll failed, or you can reroll? Because if it's failed, then it's different. Because certain things like 1s typically say, ones say 1s, but some things I think say reroll 2 hit or reroll
failed wound roll for this one.
Alright, so then you're strength 4?
Yeah.
So you're rerolling 1s and 2s, and then at the end
3s.
Yeah.
So looking for 4+.
So I'm right here.
So,
you're looking for 3s.
Well,
you can only reroll 1s and 2s right now.
So discarded, reroll 2 2s. So because of the Shadow Seer, I only get 4 9 wounds.
So 9 4 up and vulnerable saves. I fail 3, so that's first blood to the Imperium.
The second Wyvern will fire into the other unit of Harlequins. 46 shots. 15. Hitting on 4 plus, 3 on the ones. He's at that side range. So, B. Moving on 3s. Reroll. So, only 5 plus.
Four plus invulnerable saves. 4 of them die.
Then my third Basilisk will fire its Earthshaker cannon into the unit of 3 bikes. 2d6, take the highest. So 5. Because they're the Harlequin bikes, it will only be hitting on 5 plus. So only 1 hit. Wounding on 2 plus, strength 9. Wound on the unit of 3 bikes.
Alright. One wound. He's good.
Okay. And that will be it for the Astra Militarum's first turn. Managed to take out. Was that 2 units of Harlequins or just 1?
One squad. I have to take morale test on last, which I'll do right now. And I'm fine.
So, Astra Militarum managed to eliminate 1 unit and secure first blood and whittle down a unit of Harlequins and take 1 bike out of a biker unit.
Alright, the Harlequins all moved up, clustered in as tight as they can. Now we're going to cast Psychic Powers and see if we can get a little bit closer before we determine what we're going to do in the shooting and assault phase. Almost everything advanced except for that Void Weaver on top of the crate. So, the Shadow Seer is going to try to cast Twilight Pathways on a 6 plus, which will let a target move another time. I will use Command Point and re-roll this 2. Take a different dice out. I've learned that not to roll the same dice. And it goes off. So I shall target the Solitaire. He will make another move, and during his movement, I shall have him advance also. So here we go. So that will be 12 plus 3 is 15 inches. And I believe I'm out of range of Smite. Which I am, so this will be the only psychic power. Alright. On to shooting phase. I will start with the Skyweavers over here. It's in range 24. So, they moved. They have 3 shots each with the shuriken cannons. They advanced also. Got assault weapon. So they'll be -1. So they're hitting on 4s onto that guard squad. Do you have any modifiers on or anything, Joe?
Nope.
Alright, so here we go. 4 pluses. And it's strength 6 and they're T3, so I'm winning on 2s. So that will be 4 saves for you, Joe.
Radio saves.
Yep.
5 plus. 3 Godsman die.
Yay! The Void Weaver. Let's see if it's in range of anything. Can't shoot its main gun because it advanced. Let's see. No, I am out of range. So, the second Void Weaver. Will fire its lance weapon at the, is that a Hellhound?
Yeah.
Okay, at that Hellhound. And it will fire all of its weapons at that Hellhound. So first, the lance. I moved, so I'm at a 4 up. It hits. Strength 8.
Toughness 7.
AP -4, so a 3. It -4.
That'll save.
Okay. And D6 damage. So 6.
And that's 5 Harlequins.
Okay. And now the shuriken cannon's on him. They'll hit on a 3 up. Woo. Strength 6, so they'll need a 5. Get that one in the box. Does not go off. And then the 2 bikers over there will take a -1, so they'll be at a 4+ to hit. They're also going to shoot at that help. So 1 wound. No negative.
3+ save. He's good.
Okay, and on the assault phase, the solitaire is 9 inches away. What would you like to fire for Overwatch?
Fire the hidden city in front of me.
Okay.
Heavy D6. 4. Okay, 6. Moving on. Choose. Forwards.
Quattro. AP on it or anything?
AP is -1. Okay.
I use my 3 up invulnerable save.
Each one does 2 damage.
Okay. I will use another command point and reroll one of these 2s. So he takes 2 wounds. Now we will see if I make it. I do not.
If only you hadn't used your reroll.
I know, right?
That's everything.
So,
That's it.
single morale test for the unit of Godsmen. They only fail. They lost 3, but they leadership 10 because they're within 6 inches of combat south, so they cannot fail. End of the Astra Militarum second movement phase. Moved the 3 Hellhounds slightly. Moved the 2 of them forward so that they could fire into the Solitaire or the unit of 2 Harlequin bikes. Moved some of the Godsmen forward so that they can fire into the Solitaire, hopefully finish him up fairly quickly. moved the Lord Commissar back so he was no longer the closest thing for the Harlequins to target. And this turn, we'll try not to forget to shoot the Vindicator at someone. So starting off, I'll issue first rank fire, second rank fire from this company commander into this unit of guardsmen here, who will target the Solitaire. So it will be 2 autocannon shots, hitting on 5+ because he moved. 1 hit, strength 7, wounding on 2s. Wound on the Solitaire.
Invulnerable save. Good.
Pull down to
4. So 17 las shots, hitting on 4+ towards the Solitaire. Pretty poor rolling. And wounding on 4+. 4 wounds.
Quattro saves coming up. He's fine.
Okay. And then company commander over here will issue first rank fire, second rank fire onto that squad guardsman who would fire at the Solitaire.
Excelente.
Start off with the Lascan, hitting on 5+.
Oh my god.
keep it in the box.
5+. Nope. Then it'll be 16 Lascan shots.
String of paper.
5.
Yeah. Tough to get used to. It is. I'm glad to see I'm not the only one struggling.
16 Lasgun shots, hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 4+. 2 wounds.
12. Oh, 1 goes through. But just a 1 wound?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just take it. It's got 2 left.
And then the wounded Hellhound will fire his heavy bolter and his incinerator into the Solitaire. Start off with the incinerator, D6. I'll use a command point, putting me down to 6 to reroll that one. 4. Strength 6, wounding on 2s. 3 wounds.
This could do it. This could be the end. Oh, he'll use command point and reroll one of those.
It does
oh, it's
2
2 damage. He's dead.
And then I will have this Hellhound will fire its incinerator and its heavy bolter into the 2-man unit of Harlequin Bikes. Starting off with the incinerator, D6. 5. Wounding on 3+. 2 wounds.
12 wundos. One goes through. How many?
Causes 2 damage.
Okay.
And then its heavy bolter will fire, only hitting on 6s because it moved and the bikes have -1 to have -1 to hits. Now, then the other Hellhound will fire its incinerator and its heavy bolter into that unit of bikes.
Alright.
Incinerator first. 3. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. First one. Good. Second one. Goes through. He's dead.
Then 3 heavy bolter shots, hitting on 6s. 2 hits. Wounding on 3, strength 5. 1 wound.
Ready for this, Danny?
Yeah.
He's good. Good and frame and crisp. Could be plates.
This last cannon will fire into the bike. Everyone else is out of range, hitting on 5+. Missed. Then I will start off with the Vindicare will fire into the Shadow Seer. Hitting on 2+. Missed.
Oh.
This unit of Guardsmen will fire into the unit of Harlequin bikes. A 3-man unit.
Alright. -1 to hit.
So 6 lasguns are in range. Hitting on 5+. 1 hit. Wounding on 5+. Knock. Las cannon hitting on 5+. Knock. Ooh.
Bad shoot.
Then I will have this Basilisk will fire Surf Shaker Cannon into that unit of bikes. Rolling for the number of shots. 4. Hitting on 5+. 2 hits. Wounding on 2, strength 9.
-1 to wound.
It's on the bike.
Oh, on the bikes? Then never mind.
2 wounds on the bikes.
Alright, are they multi-damage?
Yeah.
How much? D3 or
Yeah.
So first save, second save. Good.
Then this Basilisk will fire into the same unit of bikes.
Alright.
Number of shots. 5. Hitting on 5+. 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. 3 wounds.
1 goes through.
D3 wounds.
2. Second save goes through. He's dead. And the last save. Good.
The final Basilisk will fire into the single bike.
Alright.
Number of shots. 6. Hitting on 5+. Getting the rerolled 1. Master of Ordnance. 2. Wounding on 2+. 2 wounds.
Onto the single bite?
Yeah.
Both go through.
2d3 damage. 2.
So he's got 1 hit point left.
Then this Wyvern will fire into the undamaged unit of Harlequins.
Okay.
46 shots. He'll also fire his heavy bolter into him. So 46. So that's 17. Hitting on 4+. Rerolling the 1s.
Sorry to interrupt. The Astra Militarum rerolling rolls of 1 for the Wyverns and Basilisks should not have been used after their turn 1 shooting phase. The Harlequins moved within 36 inches, so the Master of Ordnance's aura should not have been used.
Wounds on 3+. Rerolling failed. That'll be 5 wounds.
5, 4 pluses. 2 die.
Then heavy bolter. 4+. 1 hit. Wounding on 4+. No. The other Wyvern will fire into the same unit. So how many different units of
There's a
Harlequins are there?
3-man and a 1-man, and then a bunch of characters.
I'll fire the storm. The main gun will fire into the 3-man unit. 46 shots. 11, 14, 16. Hitting on 4+. He is outside of the Master of Ordnance's range. Wounding on 3+. The 5 wounds.
All right, 4 pluses. I will reroll one of those at the command point.
Use a different dice.
Good call. Nope, didn't help. That's one is gone.
This Guardsman squad will fire their autocannon into the unit of bikes.
Okie dokie.
Hitting on 5+. 1 hit. Wounding on 3+. Wounds.
On the bikes.
Yep.
Good.
And this other squad will fire their autocannon into the same unit of bikes. Hitting on 5+. 1 hit. Wounding on 3+. Wound.
Good.
Okay. That is it for the Astra Militarum second turn. Did I manage to finish off that unit of Harlequins?
You did.
So I managed to take out 1 more unit of Harlequins, take out 2 more of their bikes, and the big deal was managing to eliminate the Solitaire before he could get in and destroy any of my vehicles.
All right, so the Harlequins all moved up. Both bike squads advanced. The only thing that didn't advance were the 2 Voyeurs. They just moved normal. And now we're going to move on to the Psychic Power phase. So, the Shadow Seer is going to cast Twilight Pathways. 6 up. Goes off. I'll move the 1 last Harlequin with Harlequin's Kiss. She will advance also. So she's getting 10-inch move. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and cast Smite. Goes off on an 8. Closest unit is that squad of guardsmen in front of me. D3, 1.
So, weapon team is down to 1 wound.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to start out with the shooting phase. We're going to start out with those 2 squads of bikes. They're going to shoot at this squad of guardsmen right here next to the vehicle.
These guys.
Yeah. So they advanced, so they're -1 to hit. 4 ups. 5 2 ups. 2 at -3 for your save, and then 2 regular saves.
So, 2 saves, 5+. So, 3 wounds go through.
Alright. Now that Void Weaver will go. He will do his dispersed shot at the unit of guardsmen on the ground, and then he will shoot his 2 shuriken cannons on the unit up top. So, the dispersed is heavy D6. So 4 shots. We got 4s. 1 hit. Strength 4, so I need a 3. I missed. Now the shuriken cannons. 3 ups. 5 2 ups. 3 saves.
Oops. 1 dice.
you're in cover, right?
He'd still die. They only have 4 of them.
The runes
That was
give you
the-
+2. No, that's Cities of Death. It's +2.
So the Void Weaver in the middle there will shoot its lance at the wounded Hellhound, and it will shoot its shuriken cannons at that squad of guardsmen to my left. Its last cannons. So first off, the lance, 4 up, missed. Shuriken cannons, 3 ups, by 2+. 1 at -3 and 1 regular.
So, -3. So he gets a 6 up. So 6+ save. Goes through. And a 3+ for the regular. Goes through.
Wasn't that on the gods?
That was on
No,
the
God's
guard.
Missile. So it was.
Regular save and no save.
So, 2 to 9.
The lance missed. The last biker over there is gonna shoot the squad that he's right by going into. 3 shots, -1. 1 hit. 2+, 1 wound.
Regular save. Yep. 5+.
Alright, now on to assaults. That biker over there will try to assault into that squad there, so be in Overwatch and attempt to kill him.
So 13 last weapon shots. 6s. 2 hits. Hitting on 5s. Nothing. 1 last cannon hitting on a 6. Nope. Failed everything.
I'll make it in. Alright. We'll go with the closest Harlequin onto the squad of guardsmen there.
9 last weapon shots. Hitting on 6s. Nothing. And 2 auto cannon shots. Hitting on 6s. Nothing.
She'll make it in. Thank you, sir. Yeah. All right. The bikes here are gonna go into the Wyvern and the squad next.
And the unit? Because that guy's separate.
Oh, then into the separate guy.
Wyvern Oak. Watching. Let's make it go. 18. Getting out 6. 5 hits. Wounding on 4s, rerolling, failed. 4.
Alright, here we go. 4 ups. And these are single ones. 2 go through.
And then last pistol from the company commander. Plus.
Oh, yeah.
Wounds on a 5. No.
Yeah. I'll roll to see if I make it in. I do. Me.
Any other charges?
Yes. So the Warlord will need a 7. He's 8 inches away.
He's trying to solve the gods one.
Yep. Nope. He doesn't make it. Other guy there. It's 9 inches away. He'll need an 8. He makes it. This one 10 inches out. So 9. Doesn't make it. Shadow Seer is 12 inches away, so she'll need an 11. Nope. But we'll wait and see. What could it be? Oh, yes. All right. And then the vehicle itself, we'll just try to go into the hellhound.
That'll be D6 for the Inferno Cannon. I'll use a command point to reroll
Good
that.
choice.
4. What's the toughness? 5. So strength 6, wound 3s. Whoa.
One goes through.
2 damage.
All right. Let's get 4 wounds left. And now we'll see if he makes it. I'm sure he will.
Yeah, that will do.
All right. This one here. He is out. Yes. Super close. So let's do the combats. Start off with the bikes. 3 ups, 3 attacks each. One will go on the Wyvern, the other one will go on the guy. Onto the Wyvern first. String 4.
Up to 6.
5s. Nothing. And onto the commander. Hit. Strength 4s, 3s. -2, 2 damage. 3.
3, 5 plus inbox. 2 go through. He only has 4 wounds, so he is dead.
Alright. Excellent. It's 1 kill point for the Harlequins. We finally did it. Now on to the big boy combat. Big pit in the middle. We'll go with the Troop Master first. 5 attacks. 2's to hit. Strength 5. 3's to wound. 2 wounds at, or, so you can reroll 1. Yes. So 4 wounds at -2. 1 damage.
4 guardsmen die.
Harlequins Kiss. Vortex. 3 ups. Come on. 3 hits. Shake 4, so 3's the wound. Rerolling the wound to the Troop Master. So 4 wounds at -1.
4, 6 up, 6. And
Okay. Three-inch consolidate. Let's see if I can get within an inch of this wyvern. Can. Falls up in that one. Troop Master. Troop Master did not make it within an inch. The other one did. So now Void Weaver. Three ups. 2 hits. Strength 5, T7 on you, right? On the Hellhound.
yes.
1 wound.
3 plus save. Goes through.
Okay.
Just 1 damage.
Yep, just 1 damage.
It's down to 4.
And then the last spike over there. 3 pluses. 1 hit. 3 to wound. 1 wound at -2, 2 damage.
1 guardsman dies.
And now you get to attack back with everybody.
Okay, so Wyvern will attack the unit at 2 bikes. 3 attacks, hitting on 6 plus. Nothing. The Hellhound will attack the Skimmer. He's damaged, so he only gets D3. So he gets 2, hitting on 6s. Nothing. Then the unit of Guardsmen.
You got that
Yeah,
other wyvern too. You can
Right.
attack that.
Do that guy's 3 attacks, hitting on 6s.
Uh-oh.
3 hits.
Uh-oh.
Strength 6, wounding on 2s. 3 wounds.
Got me. I'm dead. It was worth the risk. It would have been good.
He's free. Do they get to do a consolidate him, or is that at the end?
I think you consolidate it at the beginning, right? This is the beginning of the
Yeah.
end, just the end.
You can. In your turn, you can move 3 inches. If you choose to do so. Is my understanding.
So,
You can check.
5, 6, 7, 10. So 10 attacks, hitting 4 plus. Wounding 5 plus. 2 wounds. 2 wounds.
Dead. And that's it, right? Or you can consolidate. We moved up and we attacked. We killed the 1 squad of guardsmen and tried to get in position. We'll see how it goes with the Imperial turn.
How do you feel that tournament? Are you feeling good about the game, or?
I feel as good as I did after the initiative was stolen. I mean, it hasn't changed anything. I still moving up and trying to kill as much stuff as I can. It's kill points. I'm gonna hope that my invulnerable saves and stuff save me. That's all I can do.
End of the Astra Militarum's movement phase. The 2 vehicles that were stuck in assault have fallen back from those, so those units can now be targeted. I moved the 2 Hellhounds out. One of them moved further out so that he could start targeting some of the Harlequin characters. The other one moved out to either be able to target the skimmer if these guardsmen can't finish it off, or help finish it. Over here, move the Lord Commissar out to potentially charge them or fire his plasma pistol, depending on how he feels. So, going into the shooting phase, I'll start off with ordering company commanders across the board. Will order the one over here will order first ring fire, second ring fire on this squad, and the one in the ruins. And the company commander over here will order first ring fire, second ring fire on both of these units. But I'll start off with this unit over here. Will fire into the unit of bikes. So, squad of guardsmen into them. It'll be 27 las weapon shots, hitting on 5+. Then wounding on 5+. Be forwards. Onto the 2 bikers.
Quattro saves. 3 go through.
And then I will fire the unit's las cannon into the remaining bike, hitting on 5+. Then the first ring fire, second ring fire onto the unit in the building. They'll fire into him. This will be 25 las weapon shots. Five las weapon shots. 5s. Wounding on 5s. The 5 ones.
He's dead. Ah! I'll use my command point.
How many will that leave you with?
That will leave me with 3. Nope, he's dead.
Another kill point for the Astra Militarum.
Like this up.
And then I will fire this Wyvern. We'll fire its main gun into the Troop Master. I'll fire its heavy bolter into the Skimmer. So 46 shots into the Troop Master. Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling 1s. Stay within 3 inches of the Master of Ordnance. Wounding on 3s. Forwards.
Onto
The Troop Master of the front village.
he takes the one.
Then the heavy bolter into the Skimmer. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit. Toughness 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So wounding on 4s. No. Then this Basilisk will fire into the Troop Master. Can't fire its heavy flamer at all, so main gun, 2 to 6 shots, take the highest, 5. hitting on 4s. And wounding on 2s. 3 wounds.
Takes another one.
It's D3 damage. I'll use a command point to reroll that. Need to switch
We're both
dice
doing
out.
really well with that.
And then this close unit of guardsmen will fire into the skimmer. The 5 guardsmen, so 20 shots. Last one shots, hitting on 5s. And wounding on 5s. 2 wounds on the skimmer.
One goes through.
Last cannon. Hitting on 6. Nothing. The other squad of guardsmen will fire into it. Start off with the last cannon, hitting on 5s. Missed. Six las weapon shots. On 5s. 4 hits. On 5s. 3 wounds.
Tres mundos. One more.
Then the Hellhound will fire into it.
Okay.
D6 shots for its Inferno Cannon. It'll fire both its weapons into it. So 5. Wounding on 3s. 4 wounds.
It's dead. 6 up.
Nope. And then the last Basilisk will fire its main gun into the Troop Master. Main gun. 5 shots. Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling once for the Master of Ordnance. Hits. Moving on 2s. 3 wounds on the Troop Master.
He takes 2.
2d3. It's 3 wounds.
He's dead.
And then the final Hellhound will fire its main gun and its heavy bolter into the closest Troop Master.
Alright.
Main gun, D6 shots. 3. Strength 6, wounding on 2s. So wounding on 3s because of the Shadow Seer. 3 wounds.
Two go through.
2 damage each. And then heavy
Goes down
bolter
to the front guy.
onto this guy back here. And then heavy bolter hitting on
Well,
5.
since they're all characters, can you target any of them, or do you still have to target close?
No, it's if the character is closest, you can target them. Just targeting the closest character.
Oh, that guy over there. I'm sorry.
Then 3 heavy bolter shots hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Wounding on 4s. Shadow Seer. No. And that is...
the Vindicator shoot.
No, the Vindicator did not shoot. Vindicator will try and shoot at the Shadow Seer.
Right.
Maybe
That's-
open up with that next time.
Only helped against him. Everyone else is out of range. But firing, hitting on 2+ with the rifle. Hits.
It's
Normally gets to wound on 2+, but be wounding on 3+ because of the Shadow Seer. Nope. So that is it for the Astra Militarum's turn. Managed to clear up all of the Harlequin units that had reached my lines, reduced it to just one of their vehicles and 5 characters.
Alright, Harlequins move forward and advance with everything, except for the Void Weaver. It stayed still to shoot. And Solitaire is going to cast Twilight Pathways.
Shadow Seer.
Shadow Seer. It goes off. I will target it on the back behind Troopmaster. And he will also advance. So that gives him 11 inches.
Respect the inch.
Alright, and then Smite. Does not go off. I will use Command Point. Gives me 2 left after this. Goes off. D3 on the closest, which I think will be that Wyvern.
Yeah.
Good count. Two.
It's down to 9.
Alright. Void Weaver. Shall shoot. It's Lance at the Wyvern. And then it's Shuriken Cannons at the squad of guardsmen on the ground there. So Lance first, didn't move, hitting on 3 up. Hits. Strength 8, hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
Hits. -4.
No save.
D6 damage. 3. Yeah.
Which one?
The one that had a 1 down.
Okay, so he's down to 8.
Shuriken Cannons. All hit. Five saves. Squad right here.
5 plus 4 die.
Alright. The Power Sword Troopmaster is going to try to assault the Wyvern.
Overwatch with its main gun. 46 shots. 16. Hitting on 6s. 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. 3 wounds.
The Shadow Seer is in range.
Yeah, it's the main gun. It would have been wounding on 3s. Minus, plus 1. It wounding on 4s.
3 saves, you say?
Yeah.
All good. Make his charge. 6 inches, that'll put him in.
The closest guy, or?
Yep, the one with the sword. Shadow Seer will try to go in on the same target. Will 7 inches get me there, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay. The other Troopmaster, same target. Makes it. Other guy will go in on the Hellhound. Guy closest to it.
Main gun, D6 shots.
4.
Moving on 2+. Be 3 wounds because of the Shadow Seer's aura.
Takes 1, so 2. And he makes his charge. And then the sword guy in the back onto the Hellhound also. They'll make it also.
It'll be great when both vehicles explode and kill all your characters.
It's hot. I welcome it. Alright. We shall start on the Wyvern. Power Sword. Whoa, it's only 2 slides. We'll do Power Sword first. 2 ups. Strength 3.
6.
So winning on 6. So that will be 3 at -3.
6+. Takes all 3. It's down to 6.
Now the one with the caress. 2's the hit. And strength 5. At -2.
5 will save. Good through.
The Shadow Seer. Three attacks, 2+. Strength 5. So 5s. Reroll. 1 at -1.
4+. Hey.
The other Troop Master. The one with the regular blade. 2's the hit. 6s. 2 of them. No negative.
3+ save. Good.
Okay. And the last Troop Master over there. 2's the hit. 5's the wound. Reroll. 3 at -2.
5+. Fail all 3.
Alright.
And 1 wound.
Now you can make your attacks back.
So, the guy with 4 wounds will target the Shadow Seer.
Okay.
So, he gets D3.
2.
Hitting on 6s. No. The other guy will target the Troop Master with 1 wound left. Gets 1 attack hitting on 6. No. Then the squad of guardsmen lost 3 guys and they're outside the range of the commissar. So rolling morale for them. They good. It's the end of the Astra Militarum's movement phase. Moved the 2 vehicles that had been locked in combat back so that I can fire at the Harlequin characters. Moved the squads of guardsmen forward to be able to fire into them. Brought the 2 hellhounds that had been advancing back. Brought the 1 back so that the Shadow Seer is the closest. Hopefully can finish that one off. And going right into the shooting phase, going to start off with ordering first rank fire, second rank fire from the company commander here into the squad of guardsmen right here. They'll fire into the closest of the Harlequin models. So 21 shots, hitting on 4s.
Sure, I'll take down that void mutant. He's just flying around over there.
And then wounding on 5s. 3 wounds.
How many wounds did he have left?
3.
I use a command point. He's got 1 wound left.
Do the guys you order have to attack first?
Yeah, you do the orders as you go. So then he'll order first ring fire, second ring fire onto this other squad, who will fire into the same guy. 4, 9. Oh wait, last cannon from the first squad. 5+. Nope. So second squad with first ring fire. Go. 21 last shots, hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s, 3 wounds.
Dead.
Dead. Then I will do. I do first rank fire onto this squad down here.
What about the second rank?
So it'll be 17 shots. Hitting on 4+. Wounding on 5+. 2 wounds. And then I will do the Vindicare. Will fire into the Shadow Seer with his rifle, hitting on 2+. Hits, wounding on 3+. I'll use a command point to reroll that. Will he do a wound?
Oh,
Did a wound.
yeah.
No invuln save.
Okay.
He ignores anyone?
Does.
That sounds overpowered to me.
We'll get maybe 1 good shot a turn. So that will do D3 wounds. 2. Then I will fire this squad of guardsmen here. Will fire into the closest.
You don't want to shoot
Model.
the Hellhound first?
Oh yeah. Hellhound will fire into the Shadow Seer. Thanks for reminding me. Main gun. 4. Wounding on 3s. 3 wounds. 3 wounds on the Shadow Seer.
One goes through, so it's a double damage, right?
And
On left.
heavy bolter, hitting on 5 plus. No. The Hellhound over there will fire its main gun and heavy bolter into the closest of the models. Main gun. Moving on 5s. Going on 3s. 4 hits. Oh.
Is that? That was the True Master?
Yeah.
Turn the chest here.
Checking if the Basilisk is closer to the Shadow Seer. It's hard to tell.
If it's equidistant, then you get to decide. As per the fact.
Incredibly close, I can't tell. I'll just fire.
When they're equal, then you get
I'll
to choose.
fire this guy first. We'll fire into the guy. I'm not sure if he'd be targeting. Main gun. Also fire its heavy flamer. Main gun. 5 shots. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Then wounding on 3s. 3 1s.
One goes through.
3 damage. 1. Then heavy flamer. Range.
That's Pinky.
Yeah. Heavy flamer. Wounding.
There's a
on
1, Joe. It's
4s. 4 1s.
Fine.
This Wyvern will fire into the closest guy. That's both its weapons.
Alright.
There you go. 9. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. So, 2 wins.
Good.
Heavy bolter. Hitting on 5s. Hey, those would have been hitting on 5s. But he didn't do anything. So, Basilisk will fire into the Shadow Seer.
Alright. Do it up.
6 shots. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s for the Master of Ordnance. Wait. Goddamn, I keep messing that up. Only when they're 36 inches away.
Cool.
4 1s.
Alright. He's dead. Multiple times.
You haven't shot your ordnance from Master Ordnance, have you?
I have not. So he will drop
Is
that.
out there for me, buddy?
He'll try and drop
Table
his
talking away, Danny.
onto the closest guy.
I'm only pointing out stuff Joe's forgetting. You just haven't forgotten anything.
So his artillery barrage, it's heavy d6. 2. Hitting it on 4 plus. No. Then this Basilisk will fire its main gun into the skimmer. 5 shots. Hitting on 5s. Just 1. Wounding on 3s. Wounding.
How long is that on?
D3 damage. 2. So that is a plasma pistol from the Lord Commissar into the closest.
Are you gonna overcharge it?
I will not. Oh, hitting on 2+.
Yeah, would have been fine.
Wounds on 2. And wounds on 3. 2's now. Chassis is dead. So, wound.
Okay. How many wounds?
Just 1. So, that's the end of the Astra Militarum. Turn. Managed to do some damage. I realize the Massive Ordnance isn't. That's only 36 inches away or more.
Alright. So, Harlequin movement phase over with. We advanced the Warlord, so he moved up to be able to assault the Vindicator. The other Troop Master is moving after the Commissar. Void Weaver didn't move, so he can shoot at full. The other Troop Master did not advance, so he can also shoot. So, Lance at the Wyvern, and Shurikens at the Squad of Guard down there on the ground. So, Lance first, 3+. Missed. Shurikens. Or you know what? I'm going to use my last command. Hits. Strength 8, so I need a 3. 3. -4. D6 damage. Oh, 1. Sure would be nice to have a another roll. And now the Shurikens. Sorry, buddy. All hit. Six wounds. No negative or anything like that.
Unkeep this one. Yep. 5 + 6.
Wow.
2 die.
Grenade onto the Commissar.
D6.
6. He just uses normal BS.
Yeah.
2 ups. Strength 4. 3s. 5 -1s.
So 5+. He's dead.
Terrible.
Grenade right in the face.
Yeah,
That's what
he
happens
did.
when you throw a grenade from an inch away.
The prismatic grenade. And then, so assaults. So that True Master will go into the Squad of Guard, and then the other True Master is going to go into the Vindicator.
So, Vindicate. Hitting on 6.
Oh, rerolling. You have command points.
Use one of my command points for the reroll.
Oh, yeah!
Wounds on 2+. Wounds. No invuln save. So D3 wounds. 1.
Move him down 1 there. Should have 3 left after this.
Yeah.
About God's man.
Then decimate that other True Master.
11 last weapon shots. Hitting on 6s. 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. 2 wounds.
1 wound. He's got 3 left.
The auto cannon. Hits on 6s. No.
Alright, I'm going to send him in first. Pinky gets a... You gonna look at the dice roll?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
He's in. And then against the Vindicare.
Can't
He's
believe
in.
it.
Do the Vindicare first. 2 ups. What's his toughness?
Toughness is 4.
Alright. So 3s. 5 saves at -2.
How many?
5.
Yes. 4 plus involved. He's dead.
Alright.
You can do reroll. That was in the charge sub phase. Now it's a fight sub phase. He has no feel no pain or anything anymore.
Nope. Yeah, I used one of my command points to reroll one of those. Oh wait, no, we've got 5 of those. I'll still use a command point to try and keep my 2. Nope, it's down to 1 wound.
Alright, and the other one on the guard. 2 ups. Five, 3 ups. No, 4 ups. Four saves at -3.
No saves at all.
It's crazy how they like do much better against infantry than tanks.
Yeah, going in with a power sword against the guardsman. It's crazy how it kills them.
Yeah, I know, right?
Vindicare onto his combat. 5 attacks, hitting on 2 plus. 4 hits. Wounding on 3. 2 wounds.
Takes 1.
Is the Vindicare's pistol the same as his rifle?
Yeah, it's just short range.
So it'd be better to probably leave Vindicare in close combat, because he can shoot his pistol and then fight first.
Probably. And then the God Squad, 2, 3, so 6 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. 4 wounds.
Takes a wound.
So I lost 4 guys from that squad.
So you're LD10, right? You can't fail.
No, the
that
Chemist
is dead.
Right, I shoved a grenade in his mouth.
So
Oh,
there,
yes.
10. So they lose 2 guys.
Just the sergeant's left.
Yep.
Poor guy.
And only leadership 7, so they're all dead.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Consolidate time.
Oh wait, that was during the morale phase.
That was. It
So,
doesn't count. I
yeah.
can't do it. Damn.
I was gonna say that wait, the Weaver wouldn't get to attack you, so I don't think.
Damn, Joe. It's terrible. Alright.
Alright. End of the Astra Militarum movement phase. Stayed stationary with all of the basilisks and wyverns so they can get their full ballistic skill. Move the 2 hellhounds over so they can target the skimmer. And I moved the 2 squads of guardsmen out so that if the game continues too long, they'll be able to put shots in the Harlequin units. So starting off, I'll fire this wyvern into him. So 46 shots. Use one of my 2 remaining command points to reroll a 1.
You gotta use them
10.
all, Joe. They say if you have a remaining command point, you're terrible general. Even if you table your opponent.
It's down to 4 wounds, so
Matter.
hitting on 5 plus. So 4 hits, wounding on 3 plus. Reroll the 2. 4 wounds.
That was on to the
Onto the guy out of
pinky.
combat. Yeah.
4.
Yes.
He takes 1 more.
His heavy vulture. Hitting on 5 plus.
How many has he got left over there, Danny? 2 or
Yep.
1?
I have 1 left. Wounding on 3.
Another one. So, how many more ones?
One more.
He's good.
The other Wyvern will fire into him. Main gun. That's 11.
He's got one left.
Hitting on
Oh, no,
4s. Wounding on 3s. 4 wounds.
He's dead. Are you happy now?
Yes.
Give me Pinky.
Right.
Finally painted by
Fire both Hellhounds, all their weapons into him. Both their main guns. 8. 8. Wounding on 3s. 6 wounds. On the skimmer. Two apiece.
instead of giving it one apiece instead. Doesn't blow off. Alright, Joe.
Okay. And that was the Vindicator and his combat left.
Alright.
You gotta shoot a pistol.
So, fire his pistol. Yeah. Did he just hit on regular? Yep. 2 plus. Hits. Wounds on 2 plus. Wounds. No invuln save. D3. 1.
What's you got left after this, Danny?
1 wound.
Alright.
Okay.
You wait, you had to use a command point in your shooting phase, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay. So, in the combat phase, got 5 attacks, hitting on 2 plus. 4 hits. Use my last command point to reroll 1 miss. Hits. Strength 4, wounding on 3s. 4 wounds.
Here we go, boys. Easy peasy. Oh, he's fine. Good game, Joe.
Good game. So, end of the game. The Astra Militarum have managed to table the Harlequins, having only lost guardsmen and wounds off the vehicles, and a single company commander.
And the Commissar.
And the Lord Commissar. The Harlequins got 4
Ethically
victory
so.
points.
Yeah, the True Master did destroy that commissar.
To be fair, it is just a commissar.
Shit,
Yeah,
there was a Lord Commissar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Lord.
Barely any tougher than a regular commissar.
So, what lessons did you learn from this game, Greg?
Nothing. I didn't learn anything. The Harlequins need to be faster. They're fast enough.